welcome back to the channel. We are back with the silver Cummins that has been abandoned for the last little while. It's come time for the blue truck to come off the road, so now we are going to attempt to do, in a weekend or less, a cab swap on this truck to get it one step closer to being able to go on the road so that I have a truck again. So we just went through and emptied out the cab of all my storage items, and we're going to dig into seeing how bad it is to get the wiring harness disconnected under the dash, and then we'll start pulling off the front of the truck, hood and fenders and stuff, to get closer and closer to being able to actually lift the cab off. So follow us along for the ride. And go. Okay, so in order to get this, hopefully get this main harness out of the cab so that we can easily just remove the cab from the truck and keep all the wiring with the truck, there's a big grommet down here. I don't know if the camera can see it. It's like probably 4 inches in diameter. That hopefully will give us enough of a hole in the firewall to pull the massive plug through from the other side. So I'm just going to try and get the grommet out of the firewall here first, but I have no idea. It says push on it, but I don't know how that helps you. Try and get this grommet out of here so that we can get the big plug out. That's probably not going to work that way. You don't want to break it, really. Wow, that's crazy stiff. Let's take a peek, see if I can see it from this side. Ah, that's why it's a plug. Actually has little, it's actually got a plastic core. It has little tabs that hook into the firewall. There we go. I don't know if the camera can see that, but that's a big hole in the firewall. It's at least 3 inches in diameter. So now we can go around to the other side and try and get the plug disconnected and pull it through, which we should probably disconnect the battery before we do that. Okay, so we'll just disconnect this here so there's no chance of shorting anything on the truck that we don't want to hurt, because we still need all this stuff to work when we're done this. Just let the battery charger continue to charge the battery for now in case we do need it for something like windows or whatever. On the new cab, we're going to have to figure out something for that because it's power windows as well, and of course the harness was chopped by whoever took the cab off. So this harness we're about to disconnect on the other one is just a sliced bundle of wires hanging out of the firewall. I don't know why you would do that when you can easily, looks like at least easily, completely disconnect the bundle inside. So we're about to find that out. Okay, so we're safe now from power. Let's see if we can get it disconnected. Okay, so this big junction block here, from my understanding, is majority of that bundle that we just took the grommet off of. So there's one main bolt in the center, and then there's some other plugs around the outside, and it looks like the part that actually needs to go through the firewall is the female chunk that's attached to the bracket. So let's start with this front bolt here and see if that lets us get that part off at least. If I remember correctly, these bolts are really nice in that as you back them out, they actually unplug it for you. Yeah, when I did the PCM, that's how the connectors are on it. I don't know if it's moving forward or backward or neither. I think that's free now. And there's some other connectors here. I don't know how they come apart. Looks like this part should come out of the rest. There we go. That's one. I don't know how this part comes apart yet. A couple of... They usually all have a little squeeze tab of some kind on them, so don't just go pulling on them. That I think is mostly cab stuff. That gets that out of the way. So yeah, this front brick should come off here. Oh, there we go. So that's all the cab. Yeah, so the bundle that's going through the firewall is actually the center of that female block, I think. So we have to get it off of the bracket here, which it's got some metal tabs, looks like. It'll let it, oop, that's one way to do it. That's a cab one. These ones should be the same thing, presumably, yep. Well, one of them was anyway, so I can't make the other one go. And on the top there's one more to do still, with a little squeeze tab. There we go. And then this whole plastic guy, I don't know if you guys can even see this, but the whole female block that was on that bracket, I just squeezed the little tab and slid it forward off that bracket. So now we just have to get these other side plugs off here, and this whole thing should be able to go through the firewall. So I think in here it's just a little, there we go. And then this top one, same thing. I don't know why a couple of them were so easy, they didn't even need, there we go. All right, I think that might be it. Other than, oh, we have a one of those push-in plastic plugs with a little connector here. Can I get it? Get him out of there. Yep, there we go. Okay, so I'll try and feed the plug out here while you gently pull on that. Just go real cool because I don't know what else I've missed. What's fighting you? Hang on a sec. No, that's good. Is it just the bundle stiff?
Well, I think it's connected somewhere else.
Oh. Oh, okay. I think we're good on this side, other than I'll just have to make sure that one plug harness doesn't get caught on the way out. Yeah, so it's going to be just a matter of both at once. I'll go and hold the little wires out of the way and just try and pull the plug through a little more. Yeah. Just hold on. Okay, I'm gonna have to try and turn it sideways a bit here. Yeah, there you go. That's all she wrote. Oh, hold on. Let me just disconnect these red and white wires, and you can pull them through as well.
You guys can't see that very well. The sun is blazing away right now. It's late.
Okay, so the two white wires and the red wire in the grommet to the side, you can pull those through. And the only other thing we'll have to disconnect from this cab right there is the cable for the shutdown. Oh, where'd the other one? Oh, it's here. Yeah, this one can come out too.
I didn't even see that one.
That's it. Just gonna just hang it here for now. We still have our snake buddy.
Is it?
Yeah, he's down on top of the starter motor hanging out. Sup? Say, don't look at me. Okay. So let's do the wiper cowl next.
Okay.
So that we can get all the wiring disconnected, and then we just have to undo all the clips and ties and stuff. Okay, so we're gonna get the wipers and cowl off here so that we can disconnect the bundle to the wiper motor. And then I think that should be about it for the electrical going to the cab, for now at least, unless we find something else later that's an add-on. So these wiper arms are kind of cool. You don't need any tools to get them off. I don't know if the camera can see it here, but on the back side, there's a little tab.
Grabbing the wrong thing.
Actually, we'll come around the other side here for a sec. Yeah, you can close that if you want. So right here, there's a little tab. And what you're supposed to be able to do is you just slide it out a little bit. And then you might have to put the hood, oh yeah, there it is. Okay. So I forgot you have to lift the, so let's start again here with this tab. So you have to lift the arm up part way, and then you slide the tab out here. And then there's a little bracket there that comes out that's supposed to hold the arm up a little bit, and then you can just do that.
Oh, it is easy.
These wiper arms are in great shape, so we'll probably just use them again, and just I'll put new wipers on when we go to actually put it on the road. And from here, let's see. I don't know. Honestly, the easiest thing in the world.
Yeah. It's 20. No, 30.
They're not
even tight. And it looks like there is 5 of them, or 6.
I believe 5, yeah. Yeah, so there's just a little plastic nut, more or less. Not even a nut. That one's not doing the unthreading task.
Of course not.
They're not super tight hold, but it's literally just to stop it from flapping around. Okay, so now it should be as easy as that. Minus the wiper over there. Oh, we've got washer jets, I forgot about. Here, on this side, there's just...
give me a second here. I'm gonna point it from over here, and you can try to show.
It's just I'm gonna try and just disconnect it at this Y here. It's pretty easy usually. Yeah. Now it's free.
There you go.
Looks like it doesn't fit at the bottom. There we go. And this one is in great shape, so we'll just reuse it because I don't think the other one has any. Okay, so I think to get to the plug for the wiper motor assembly, we have to unbolt it, which is a pain in the butt, but it is right there. This is where I wish I had my small wheel impact gun. Should have told me to bring mine. Oh yeah, I forgot that we have them. I could borrow them, Dad. I could also use the big one if it's overkill. Bolt.
So there's 3 or 4 I think.
Alright. Now
Should just lift off, right?
yeah, I think so. And then it's supposed to be here. And looks like we got 2 plugs on the bottom side here. Or one that's a spade terminal and one that's a plug. You see that?
Yeah.
So the spade here, I think it should be just Can't tell if it needs to be a squish. Ooh. That's one way to do it. There we go. Tis indeed a squish. And then another one here. Should be just this part. Oh. What do I do with that? This is actually going to help me or not. Moving. Come on into there. There we go. I think that might be all. The rest of it just goes from one part of the motor to the other. So then, this other grommet here, disconnect these two. Oops, that's one way to do it.
Did you break it?
They slide out of the back of the...
Oh, okay.
So I guess you're not supposed to have to pull the booty out. That's right. So now this grommet here can come out. Oh, where's my screwdriver? And then the wiper harness and the washer hose can come out as well. And of course it's fastened to the cab in here. Yeah. Seriously. Alright, now let's try it again.
Yeah, it comes out nice and easy.
Yeah, so all that's just going to stay with the truck. Some of this is going to be in the way later when we have to do the master cylinder, but that's alright. Alright, let's see how difficult this fender is to get off the truck.
So far, so good.
Oh, fuck. Did you see where that happened to go?
Maybe, hopefully a snake doesn't decide to come find me.
Got it?
Yep.
It was hot, that's why I dropped it.
It's not hot, actually.
Landing the gun. Here, I guess. Oh, for fuck's sake.
That one didn't come through. It's somewhere in there.
Is that a nut on the back? Oh, it's one of those stupid friggin'... Oh. That's gonna be such a pain. It's one of those stupid speed nuts. Oh. And it's just spinning inside the friggin' threads instead of backing out. Broke the tab off it. There's the piece of the
Lower.
Where? What?
Back.
There are you.
Back further. There you go. There you can see it now.
That's one of the outer tab pieces of the speed nut. First of many pain in the ass bolts today, I'm sure. I don't know if we're gonna actually be able to take the outer skin off the fender or not. Usually they come as one piece with the inner fender, which is a much bigger job to undo. But I'll try a couple more bolts here and see if we have any luck.
little more now?
Nope. I don't know if we can take the outer part off. We're probably gonna have to take the whole friggin' inner fender off as well. Pain. Okay, well, let's get the battery out of the way here so we can see better and try again. Let's get the battery box out of here and see if we can see a little better. This has the cruise control attached to it. Looks like the outer fender should come off. Which one was this on? This one. Let's see if I can get this bolt out of here now. Still very much not wanting to move. Well, I guess start pulling bolts until something moves. So, this should be
Getting closer.
now what's holding?
The bolt there by where the hood bracket is, there's a bolt on the inside.
This one doesn't go to the fender, but that one back there does. It's definitely the inner fender. Move more, so obviously there's something in here. I guess we gotta pull this stupid plastic liner. A lot of these ones, they don't give you any clearance to do it.
Of course not. Why did they give you clearance?
Yeah, that would make too much sense, eh? There's probably a more special tool for ones like this. And there's one more here, I don't know if I can get. Although I maybe don't need to take all of those out. Oh, can't. It's just literally not going to give me any more than that. Let me go under here for a second and see if I can see what I'm missing. So, up there in the middle of the camera, that's one for sure that's holding the inner fender to the cab. I don't know if there's any more beyond that. I can't see anything here. If that doesn't do it, we'll have to pull the fender liner all the way out and see if we can find what's missing. out now. There we go. So yeah, I think that's all we're going to do. We're not going to take it any further off than we need to. Because, well, I guess we need to get that unbolted still, so we'll do that. Shouldn't be too bad. Okay, so now this should be able to come out of here. There we go. So now the cab is free from the rest of the truck, aside from any other electrical stuff like this that I forgot about.
Oh, on that side, we haven't done the left yet.
What's that?
We haven't done that side yet.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything over there. The only other thing we'll have to do is go across the cowl and undo all those clips, but that shouldn't be too bad.
Wait, we did all this just for this?
Well, no, this is a separate piece, but it can either stay with the cab or it can come with the fender. So in order to get the fender free, it had to come off of here, which means you have to have that bottom one undone and probably these ones. So maybe we didn't need to do all the bolts, but it's easier anyways. But I think on the other side, maybe we'll try to do just from the bracket back and leave the front together and see if we can get the same result. Because that's all we need, is it clear of this and clear of that, and then the cab can go up. Probably be a little bit careful with it when it's going by the fenders here, but it should be fine. So let's do this light while we're here, I guess. So while we're here, I'm going to try and take the hood light off. It hasn't had a bulb in it in a long time, but I'd rather not cut the wires if we can avoid it. So that's got a bolt in the middle, but it doesn't actually have to come off, I guess. Let's take this off. And we got all these friggin', I don't know why they didn't do a plug down at the bottom of the hood so all that can stay with the hood, but of course they didn't. So you have to take all of the clips out all the way up the wire to be able to not cut the wire and get it through the hole in the fender here, or the cab actually, I guess it is. Okay. Maybe I can use my body plug tool actually. It's pretty rusty anyways. There we go. That's supposed to be on the wire. There we go. Okay, let's see if it'll feed through here relatively nicely now, because it actually has to come out of the cab. I don't know why they ran it through the cab. Okay.
Not bad. So
that should be it on this side of the truck, aside from, like I said, going across the cowl there. Put this over here for now, because we're going to have to get to the master eventually. So let's try the other fender now and see if we can get to the same point without having to undo the whole front. Alright, I'm going to get this air cleaner out of the way first. Actually, let's take it off of the turbo and get the whole thing out of the way.
Never to go out of there.
Nope. And this. pump that I forgot about. This, I think, was what was on here for the biodiesel. Originally. Okay, much better. I can get to all the bolts instantly.
Actually,
Because there's not electrical in
over
those.
here would be better.
Yeah. And everything's so clean over here.
What a difference the side makes.
Yeah. The AC is going to be, oh, it does move. I was going to say the AC is going to be right in the way for that one. Okay. And then we're going to hope that the bottom ones are going to undo relatively easily, I guess. Okay, let's try this one that was broken on the other side.
Of course, that one would come out easy.
Ah, it's passenger side. Alright.
Yeah, that moves.
Beautiful. So that's what we should have done on the other side. Hindsight's 2020. So yeah, that should be. Let's clear the cab there. Clear the cab here. Oh, the antenna is going to be a problem. This is not how you're supposed to do this, but I don't have the right tool for these things. Of course, it'll be seized the 9s, I'm sure. Oh, hello. It's not even supposed to be on there.
It's the cover.
Yeah, I don't know how you get it on though. It doesn't fit over the end.
They probably put the ball on the end after.
It's part of the structure usually. But anyway, interesting enough. And then this, and then that. And we'll just leave it all with the for right now. I should put these back on here, I guess. I might replace the whole antenna later on because if I remember correctly, it wasn't. Must go right inside the cab. It wasn't very good service or reception connection when I was trying to use it before. So. Alright, so it's just flexing the inner, which is fine. Oh, and we have to dismount the computer as well. This wasn't here. Okay. Yes, let's get the PCM off the firewall while we're here. Alright. Then it's really easy squeeze clips all across the firewall here. Oh, and we have heater core hoses as well. And we'll disconnect this vacuum line here that runs the climate control inside, which I don't think is working anyways because I can't switch it off of defrost ever. And then try these guys, I guess.
So we put a pan underneath so that we're not contaminating the environment so bad. So now Greg will allow Niagara Falls to fall.
Yeah. Get rid of all this extra bracketry crap that was all part of the biodiesel as well.
Oh shit.
That's why it was. Oh, it's going down the exhaust, which means it's missing the pan. Yeah, sucker.
What else is new?
Yeah. Oh, Mr. Snake found some coolant.
Uh-oh. Is he in the pan?
No, he was on the grass.
Oh.
Alright. That's one. Do the other one the same way and make just as much as a mess, although there shouldn't be any pressure now.
Surprised there was that much pressure. I guess we should have opened the...
It's because I ran it. Yeah. Alrighty. See if we can maybe get the AC lines disconnected. I don't know if it has some kind of a keeper on it, or if I just need to push. That's literally all it is.
Wow. Okay.
A little spring clamp that holds all the AC pressure back. That's the easiest thing I've ever done. Aside from that fuel tank strap on the Jetta I'm trying to sell. So I guess let's do the hood release cable while we're set up here. So I'll get the hood release cable off here, which can't see anything. There it is. It's going to be fun to get back out, but we won't talk about that for right now. Leave this out here. And if the other cab doesn't have one or it's damaged or whatever, then we'll have to swap this one over. Alright. Yeah, so I don't know if you want to try and show down in there the linkage for the shifter. Not very clean. So, focus right there in the middle. That's the arm off of the steering column for the shifter, and that rod goes down to the transmission. So we just have to disconnect that rod from the arm there, and it just pops out. It's a plastic or nylon grommet type of thing. I got it.
You got it.
I lost a tool. Alright. Oh, and steering shaft. As we continue to do this, the more things I remember that we have to do. So, and can't really quite see it, but just behind the edge of the brake booster there. Yeah, so just above center there's a bolt on the steering shaft that clamps the spline on. We're just going to undo that, and then we should be able to slide the steering shaft down without undoing anything else. And then we'll just slide it onto the new cab. So that's what I will attempt to do now. With my absurdly long extension. Okay, so just looking at it, it's already moved a bit. Hopefully it should just... Oh, of course it's never that simple. Maybe I'll get a big bar.
Yeah, compensating for something better.
Yeah. I don't think it's gonna cooperate like I was envisioning.
Because you have no space to maneuver it.
Well, there's nothing to pry against. But, although maybe it's collapsed all the way, maybe that's the problem in the first place. So I might actually have to undo the bottom as well. I was hoping we didn't. Although it has to have some movement. In that middle part there where the accordion boot is a sliding joint. You have to be able to disconnect the thing. So, maybe it's just stuck. We could try undoing the bottom, but I don't know that that's going to help us any. Although down there at least there's more to pry on, so let's maybe try that next.
Just remember, Miss Snake is down there. Possibly.
I'm guessing she's probably taken off now.
You really want to go face to face with a snake?
That's not where I want to go.
I don't know where you want to go.
Nobody knows where I want to go. I don't know where I want to go.
I am pretty sure you will see nothing of this part other than the compensating for something extension going into the void.
That's the beauty of the thing about the compensating for something extension is you don't have to see. You just compensate. We do have to keep an eye on the weather too, because we got a whole pile of stuff out if it does decide that it wants to sprinkle. Okay. Can I even get my hand down there? Nope. Hello. Number 2. Okay, I should have brought some shop towels. Maybe now I can get it off this end. Should be able to pry against the steering box a little bit. Without hurting all the wire in here. And hoses and everything. I can't even get it underneath it, so maybe I'll have to start with a little screwdriver. Okay, there we go. Okay, so it's not doing helpful steering shaft things. It's literally pushing on the steering column, so either the slider joint is seized or it's just collapsed all the way, so we might have to wait till we start to lift it to do that part. But it should be no problem for it to slide off of either the steering box or the steering shaft when we get to that point. Okay. What time are we at now?
Almost 1:45.
Okay, so maybe we'll take a break for lunch now then, and we'll figure out the AC lines too and come back and try and tackle that stuff.